to one of the great dining destinations of the world. Beachside San Sebastian in Spain has all the ingredients needed for a traveller's paradise. A lively old town populated with authentic bars, budget hotels, stunning beaches for fun in the sun, and the best tapas in all of Spain. Well, Murray Decker is the CEO of tour review site Touramigo and joins us now with a guide full of visitors. Murray, good afternoon to you. Welcome to the show. So,
hello, good. Thank you for having me again.
San Sebastian, I mean, anywhere in Spain, anywhere beachside, I certainly do enjoy. But talk us through what makes San Sebastian particularly worth the trip.
It is an incredible place. Spain overall is an incredible place and so much to offer. But San Sebastian is steeped in history, culture, the buildings, particularly in the old town, and most importantly, as we've been discussing, the food.
Okay, well, so some of the sort of must-see sights and experiences there. Obviously, the beach is one. We know that, you can obviously swim there, but what else is there to do?
Yeah, so you have like Zerola Beach, which is more of a surf beach, so if anyone's into the surfing, that's a fantastic beach to go to. You also have La Concha Bay, which you can go up two of the mountains that are there, either by funicular or climbing up. There's a big statue of Jesus Christ, which gives you amazing panoramic pictures and views across the whole town. My favourite spot in San Sebastian has to be the old town, and this is like your cobbled streets. It's very different. I find San Sebastian to be off the beaten trail. Even though there's quite a few tourists that come through there each year, it's really you're really in a local style town, and with a lot of locals in the Basque region.
So in terms of the vibe there, is it budget? Is it a budget sort of destination, or is it high end?
No, look, it can be both, I believe. Like I've always been there, we've stayed in hostels and whatnot, but it is reasonably priced. There is more expensive areas, but I think it's for all budgets that can go through there.
All right, well, can you talk us through a couple of good places to stay then? Maybe a few different sort of varied prices of places. What are your top picks?
Yeah, look, there's many hostels that are there, and they range from about 40 Aussie dollars a month. Now, this is based in June, roughly thereof, because July, August is their peak season, and you can expect prices to double. Then you can go to the extreme. There's a famous hotel called Maria Cristia, and that ranges from about $800 to $1,000 Aussie dollars a night.
Wow.
But I mean, it is stunning. It is an absolutely beautiful place. And then somewhere in between, I almost recommend Airbnb. They range from about 150 to 250 Aussie dollars a night, and beautiful places. You get to stay in local style apartments.
All right, well, let's talk about the food then, because you mentioned this is one of the highlights of the place. So tapas, of course, always good. But what are some of your favourites?
If you're a foodie, this is the place to go to.
Right.
It's a gastronomical society, so there's actually societies called Trocos. It's spelled T-X-O-K-O, and they're solely set up. It was in the Franco era, mainly male-dominated, but they all get into the kitchen, they eat, they drink, they sing, but it's all about the food. It's all about innovation, keeping tradition, but also innovating new style of foods there. So this is where they get a massive reputation. They've sort of got this crossover from the Spanish and French cuisine, and their most famous sort of food they've got there is the pinchos. And pinchos is similar to tapas. And tapas was invented in the southern part of Spain, the Andalusia region. And tapas means lid. They used to put it on top of drinks to keep it was rumoured to keep fruit flies out or from sand blowing into their drinks. And the famous saying went is that the Andalusia, or the southern part of Spain, invented tapas, but San Sebastian, the Basque region, perfected it. And I would have to say that's almost very true. I believe in that, because pinchos means spite, like they skewer it, and so when you walk into these bars, they have food all over the table that you just help yourself to, and it's just little sort of snacky foods that you would get off the bar.
Did I see that it's good to see rubbish or newspaper on the floor?
Yeah, well, that's a hot tip. A lot of tourists get put off by, they'll see like newspaper and napkins on the floor and they go, geez, that looks quite dirty. That's actually a key sign to go into, because it means that locals have been in there. Because all the food's on the table, everyone, when they finish, wraps up their napkins and throws it on the floor. So what it means is that all the locals are eating there, which means it's the best type of food that you can find there. So don't get put off by that. It's the opposite effect.
All right. We've only got about 30...
There's also a trick when you're ordering the tapas.
What's that?
You literally just help yourself and show the waiter what's on your plate, and then they add it up from there. But you can also order behind the bar, and some of those dishes might be the solomillo, which is like a little piece of sirloin steak on a piece of bread, but it's like salted, and it's absolutely beautiful. One of my favourites that is there as well.
And just quickly, because we've only got about 30 seconds left, but in terms of bars there, it can be a bit of a party town as well.
Yeah, look, it's a massive party town. Do a Pinchos crawl, like go around and taste the food, and you can drink along the way. They have cider there, that it's not like any other cider, it's homemade, and it's quite flat and dry. So they pour it from about a metre away to carbonate it and serve it up to you. There's also calimuchos. Try calimuchos, which is like, they come in carafes or jugs, and it's half red wine and half Coke, Coca-Cola.
Wow.
And so it sounds a bit funny, but you've got to try it when you're there. And obviously the sangria, white sangria and red sangria
Sounds
as well.
perfect for the next European summer. Murray Decker, thank you very much for joining us.
Beautiful. Thank you very much for having me.
And that is all we have time for, unfortunately, for this edition of Business Class. But